Here are my early impressions from playing around with the new Creality filament dryer, the Space Pi X4. There we go, got that into focus. So my main dryer that I've been comparing it against is just the Space Pi, but I also have the Anycubic Ace, which is, or ACE, which is also a multi-material unit. And I have a separate video on this, but quick verdict is that the X4 and the Space Pi are relatively quiet. They're about 53 decibels, whereas the ACE is more like 60. So still not horrible, but definitely kind of loud. So these guys are kind of quiet. Obviously, we got 4 spools that we can handle at once versus 1. With the 4, you can note that there's 2 chambers. So that's really nice because you can have different drying parameters depending on what you're doing. And so there's 2 separate zones in here that you can configure. Another thing that's pretty cool is that you can set it to just automatically be drying so that as needed it will dry and or dehumidify. The dehumidifier thing is just like a fan type function versus the dryer, which I think uses the heater. So that's pretty cool. And I also like that with the X4 it uses pneumatic connectors for the PTFE tube if you want to fill in, push in a PTFE tube. The Space Pi just uses this rubber gasket type thing, which is nice, but you know, there's nothing that locks that down, whereas with the pneumatic connectors, your PTFE tube will lock, and so you have to know how to work a pneumatic connector to get it back out. But that's pretty cool. It's also got pneumatic connectors around back as well, so you can have it feed out however you like. But that's kind of cool because I might, in my case for instance, run a PTFE tube to one of my other printers and just attach the PTFE tube too close to where I need it, and then have a nice path that way. So I think that's kind of cool. Other things that's kind of a neat little hidden feature is under your spools there is this compartment here, and this is for drying out desiccant. So if you've got desiccant packs, such as maybe in your Creality CFS, then it just dries with desiccant passively, so you can actually kind of recharge your desiccant packs by putting them in there and letting them get dried along with your filament. So that's another pretty cool feature. So that's effectively it for my little tour. I've got some other videos you can check out, such as the detailed noise comparison and one on how to switch the languages around. Oh yeah, and one more little thing. There is a way in here to illuminate each chamber. So if I select each chamber at a time, there's a little button here for activating the light. So there you got that for the left. Right is the exact same ordeal, so we just press that. So that's not particularly functional, it's just cool. So I like that. But yeah, there's my early impressions of this. It seems like a pretty cool dryer. I think what I might do in my case is I got my shelf of filament, so I might just park it over here and then use that auto dehumidify, auto dry function to keep my favorite few spools ready to go when I want to get them going. So there you have it.